Good morning, fifth grade. Welcome to your new reading lesson for Monday, April 13th, 2020. So, today's reading lesson is going to go a little bit different than usual. So, what you need to have out right now is the content link with the article, the Google form that has today's date and is talking about the Stop and Jots and exit ticket, and then the YouTube video. So all three pieces for today's lesson need to be open in different tabs in order for you to participate properly in today's reading class. Go ahead and pause the video and make sure you have all three items in front of you. Okay, so we are going to be jumping back into pointing out main idea and then getting into the micro analysis of different pieces of the article that contributes to that main idea. So the first thing you guys are going to do is read the article out on a limb, okay? And then after that, you are going to track for the main idea. So clearly you need to point out the topic, and then write down what you're learning about that topic in order for you to figure out what that main idea is. When you are done tracking for that main idea, you are then going to go into your Google form for today. This is why you need all three tabs up. And then you're going to write down for the first stop and jot that main idea for this text. So you're going to make sure to input your response in the Google Classroom form for reading, just so you do not miss this main idea portion. You need to make sure that you are tracking and following along with this video in order to follow along with that Google form as well. So go ahead. You are going to, again, read the article, track for what you're learning about the topic, and then you're going to figure out the main idea and write that down in the first stop and jot, and then come back to this video. Go ahead and pause the video. Hello, so welcome back from reading the article and tracking for the topic and then identifying the main idea. So, based off the article right now, what is the topic? Exactly, the topic right now is red pandas. So, you should have been writing down what you are learning about the red pandas as you've been reading. What is the main idea for this article? Right. Biologists right now are trying to study endangered red pandas in order to save them. So you should have been getting information on these pandas in order to and figuring out how biologists are using their ways to save red pandas from being endangered. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do now is connect a specific section in its main idea to how it contributes to the main idea of the whole entire text. So this is where that micro level analysis piece is going to come into play right now. So what you're going to do is reread the section habitat help, which is the last section of the article. And then when you're done, you are going to identify the main idea of this section. Okay? So you are going to reread this section, Habitat Health, on the last page, and then identify the main idea of that section. When you are done, you are going to input your answer into Google Classroom, and then you're going to come back to this video so we can talk about it and have a discussion as a class. Go ahead and pause the video and get into this section of rereading Habitat Help, tracking for the main idea, and putting your answer in Google Classroom. All right, so what type of main idea did you guys come up with? All right, so the type of main idea that you guys should be bringing up for Habitat Help is basically how different organizations are coming together to try to save red pandas from becoming extinct and helping their habitat. So I know this because if I look into just basically the first paragraph right here, it says experts agree that the most important thing people can do to save red pandas is protecting their habitat. So right now, I already know that this main portion of this article right here is going to be about saving their habitat in order to save them from becoming endangered. And then it goes on to the Red Panda Network is an organization trying to do just that. And then it just basically goes into detail about what this organization does to save their habitat in order to help these pandas survive. Okay? So if you don't have this correct answer, go ahead and go back into the Google Classroom and write that down. Okay. Moving on to the last piece before you guys get into the exit ticket. We are now going to connect the section's main idea, which is from Habitat Help, and identify how this supports the essential idea of the entire article. So we already talked about the entire article, which is the main idea of this article and how biologists are trying to help pandas not become endangered. Habitat Help is talking about how different organizations are coming together to support their habitat for red pandas in order for them not to become endangered. So now you're going to get into the multiple choice. How does the section Habitat Help support the central idea of the entire article? You're going to read through the options, and then you're going to input your answer on Google Classroom and come back as we discuss each one. Go ahead and pause the video so you can do this. Welcome back. So we're going to read through the options together, and then we're going to choose the best one based off the options given for how does this section Habitat help support the central idea of the article. You should have already inputted your answer into Google form. So now you're back here basically checking to see if your answer was correct by going back and rereading Habitat Help, of course, and then how this supports the entire article as a whole. So A, Habitat Help connects to the main idea of the text because it's showing how education is important. B, Habitat Help connects to the main idea of the text because it's showing a direct result of how the government and communities are helping. C, Habitat Help connects to the main idea of the text because it's showing a direct result of how scientists are not helping. Or D, Habitat Help connects to the main idea of the text because it's showing the animal survival still isn't being helped properly. What do you guys think is the answer? Okay, so let's go through some of these options and mark them off based off of what they're saying. So I know that we should definitely be knocking off C because it is not showing a direct result of how scientists are not helping. As we can see, based off of Habitat Help, that biologists have been helping this entire article. And then we also know that it says in the last paragraph, make sure you're here. Scientists hope that the more people learn about red pandas, the more they'll want to protect them. We don't want to lose this species. So I know that scientists are continuously helping them, and C should not be an option. So this one is incorrect. This leads into answer choice D. Habitat Help connects to the main idea of the text because it's showing that animal survival still isn't being helped properly. We know that they're doing everything they can right now to assist them. So this also should be marked off because as it says in the second paragraph of Habitat Help, it talks about the ways that they're helping them. It says the group is working with local governments to set aside a section of the Himalayan forest where construction isn't allowed. So they are trying to set aside forests and grounds for these red pandas to survive and then not have to deal with becoming extinct. Okay, now this leaves us A, answer choice A, and answer choice B. Habitat Help connects to the main idea of the text because it's showing how education is important. All right, so what do you guys think about that? Which one is stronger, A or B? And I'll reread B. Habitat Help connects to the main idea of the text because it's showing a direct result of how the government and communities are helping. Which one do you think is stronger, A or B? Exactly. answer choice B is the strongest answer choice for this section and how this section habitat helps supports the central idea of the article. The reason being because we know that the central idea of this article, or the main idea of this article, was talking about how biologists are coming together and helping to to are helping to save red pandas from becoming extinct. Now, Habitat Help backs up this central idea because it speaks upon how they are coming together with the local government to make sure they're putting things in place so that they can help with red pandas not becoming extinct. As it says in paragraph 3, make sure you're here for Habitat Help. The organization also trains people living near the forest in Nepal and India to help protect the red pandas in their area. These locals replant trees and educate their communities about conserving the forest. So we know that we have the government working together, the organizations working together, and the biologists working together to come and help out these pandas, which is why this Habitat Help section supports the entire article about how people basically are trying to save red pandas from becoming endangered. Okay, so we have gone through identifying the topic and the main idea for this nonfiction text. We have gone through getting into certain pieces of this text in order to get on a more micro level analysis. And then now you guys are going to get into the exit ticket. So you guys should have been inputting your answers in the Google form already for the stop and jots. Now you guys are going to get into the exit ticket. The exit ticket password today is pineapples, okay? Which is, of course, my favorite fruit. So pineapples with an S, all lowercase. Make sure you are spelling it correctly in order for you to get into that exit ticket for today. All right. Of course, you will need this text in order for you to get through the exit ticket. So make sure you still have this tab open so that you can answer the questions properly. Okay. Happy Monday. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.